Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace on the second day of May. It's a Tuesday, and yesterday, not too bad, 65 was the high temperature officially at the Bowling Green Airport. 75 is where we should be on average, so we were 10 degrees below average. There were even a couple of sprinkles. I noticed that yesterday. Most of you did not see those, but there was like a raindrop or two. The sun was still out. I saw a dark cloud above me, and it just like drop on the windshield. And then it was pretty much over with. Just we can't get rid of this pesky low pressure system that continues to spin over the Great Lakes, and its effects are being felt all the way down here into the Mid-South and parts of the Ohio and the Tennessee River valleys. Evidence of that was the breezy conditions yesterday when we had a few gusts, again, 30 to 40 miles per hour. And looks like we're going to find that bit of a breeze again today, maybe not as gusty as yesterday. We're talking about 15 to 20 to 25 mile per hour winds today. Somebody might get a gust up to 30, but as you can see with the satellite view this morning and radar, skies are clear. But we're continuing to get that west breeze in here, and all a result of that pesky low pressure system that continues to sit and spin over the Great Lakes. Even this morning, its presence being felt all the way down here. And the result is the cooler temperatures. 65 yesterday will go 63 to 65 today. As you look at the 10-day blender, we go mid 60s tomorrow, low 70s. Thursday, a little cooler. Friday, that's because there's a more of a front that's going to low pressure system with a front that's going to pass through, bring us some rain and maybe some thunderstorms. But then we warm right back up into the upper 70s. And then look at that stretch of 80s that's coming in starting Sunday and going all the way through next week. Low to mid 80s. Now that's going to run that 85 that you see next Friday, the 12th of May. That's 10 degrees above average. Huh. So we go from 10 degrees below average to 10 degrees above average within the span of a week and a half. Kentucky's weather never ceases to be amazing, never boring. I mean, there's been a few times I can remember the weather being boring around here, but it's one of the reasons why I like to follow the weather here, because it's never the same. And in some cases, on the same day, it's never the same. So here we go with this morning's Kentucky Mesonet temperatures as of 5 a.m. It's just almost 10 minutes after 5. As I do this podcast, you can see a variety of temperatures. Look at the coldest spot. Always the coldest spot. Cumberland County, Burkesville, near the river, is that Kentucky Mesonet site, 3 miles west of downtown Burkesville, exactly where the Cumberland River flows. And it's reading, well, 35 and a half, but they've rounded up here on the map as 36. So really, it's 35 and a half degrees on the Cumberland River this morning in Burkesville. Everybody else is in the 40s. And not cold, certainly not very cold, but there's a little bit of a chill in the air with the wind still being a little bit breezy at times, even this morning. Weather stick is blue, as you can see behind me, so it's going to be a nice day. We're going to have lots of sunshine, high pressure in control. There's nothing really to obscure anything. The clouds, we won't see as many clouds today as we did yesterday. So fair weather clouds, clear skies, high pressure. The flow is still a bit chilly as we look at the model map. And you can see that low still spinning. There it is, 987 millibar. And it just sits and spins and spins and spins. And it's got all this wind around it. And that's why we're continuing to get these breezes from the west and that chillier air. As you can see, that dip in the jet stream. And there's a piece of that is broken off all into itself that is going to swing through the flow today and keep us in the low 60s. It's eventually going to move away. You can watch it happen here on the maps as I put it in motion. Here we go through the day. Low sits and spins, starts to weaken over the Great Lakes. Even a little piece of energy is going to try to maybe spit out a more of those kind of like little sprinkles and showers later today, early tomorrow, or tonight and early tomorrow morning north of us. This model has it kind of coming down to Bowling Green, but I mean, somebody might get a little, like yesterday, somebody may get a few raindrops and then it's over. That's pretty much the extent of it. And then this is what we want to see, I talked about the Omega block yesterday. The block is going to start to move east, and we're going to start to feel a much warmer flow in the coming days, finally. And we'll start to feel more like spring instead of, a piece of winter passing through. But here we go into tomorrow. And as we get into Thursday, things do become much warmer. High pressure still in control of our weather. Then we'll start to watch little pieces of energy working out of the plains into the Ohio Valley. And, well, it just went back on me. There it is right there. We'll start to get a warmer flow. This will be a big warm front as it passes by, attached to that low pressure system. But out ahead of it, we'll get the flow here of some rain showers that'll come in for Thursday night and Friday. Much of the weekend looks a bit unsettled at this point. The models kind of go different ways. They diverge a little on the timing and how much rain and all of that. But I do think this weekend we'll begin to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the area. It's not going to be a lot of rain, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be all that stormy. Although there are a couple of models that are saying, yeah, if you get this and that, then maybe. It's one of those situations where we just don't have a whole lot of confidence on, if there's going to be rough weather, severe weather, any of that. So we'll just have to let this play out another couple of days, let it bake. That's the way I like to use the analogy. It's still in the oven, still trying to bake. We got to get it, to see if it's going to rise and see if it's going to hold together and all that kind of stuff before we make a confident forecast out of that. Here we go with the surface map, and you can see those little pieces of energy still rotating around that low that is moving into southern Canada. But it's over the Great Lakes, producing a lot of wind and even some mixed precipitation further north. Those little pieces of energy, each one, those straws, take that moisture and try to bring it down. And you see the winds, how tight the isobars are together, the equal lines of pressure. And that means, yes, again today, it's going to be breezy. Sorry. And here we go into the afternoon, into this evening. Things do relax a little bit more. We get another little piece of energy there. Still a bit of a breeze as we get into early Wednesday morning, but I do expect the winds to kind of relax more as we get into the day tomorrow. On Wednesday, here we go into Wednesday night, early Thursday. There's high pressure in control. Things begin to warm up as that pesky old low moves away, and so does the colder air with it. Here comes the piece of energy I showed you out in the plains that is going to make a run at us with this front. This is more of a clipper front that is going to kind of meet up with this energy that's to the south of it. And by Thursday night, We do see rain beginning to overspread the area, some showers ahead of a warm front, maybe even a rumble of thunder as we get into early Friday. And then here we go into Saturday. There's still energy sitting around the Tennessee Valley with some general showers. General showers. Then we go into Sunday with that still piece of energy there, that little straw. You see that? Low pressure system, another warm front. It's just all this mess. And this is where the models kind of go this way and that way on how all of this is going to play out. That's why we're not really sure how rainy or stormy it's going to be for the weekend, but that unsettled weather does continue into Monday and even Tuesday of next week. There's going to be a daily chance of showers and maybe some thunderstorms, but one thing I can guarantee, it is going to get warmer. It is going to get much warmer, as you saw on the 10-day model blender. And yeah, it's 80s are coming. Oh, and I forgot to put this on here. Let me do this real quick. Bear with me just a second. Where is it? Oh, come on, Chris. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Let me just do this for you real quick. I wanted to tell you about this, and I meant to do it yesterday, and I did not. So let me fix this. No, that's not what I want. I want to do this. Bear with me. Here it comes. Here it comes. Boom. Okay. This is what I wanted to tell you. Friday, the Weather Radio Tour continues for 2023. The next stop, one of the best stops we have on the tour and have had before, been there several times, and we're back by popular demand, Munfordville. This Friday, noon to 2, I will be at the Munfordville Ace Hardware Marketplace right there on Main Street, selling and programming NOAA weather radios for $38.99 plus tax. Ace throws in the batteries that it takes for me to program your weather radio for where you live. If it's Hart County, I'll just put Hart County in there. If you want Hart and surrounding counties, I can do that. I can put in pretty much how you want it programmed. I can take care of that. So make plans Friday, noon to 2. Ace Hardware Marketplace in Munfordville. All right. As we continue, and we've got several more places to go. So hang in there. If I've not been to your Ace Hardware yet, it's in the plans. Okay. In the meantime, have a great Tuesday. I'm going to head to the radio station, Sam 100.7, to do the morning show. I hope that you'll join me on your radio for that. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.